Hi friends, welcome to the Unit 2 Day 5 video. We're talking about the transformations. We just finished doing the top 4 from this page. We're going to now do the bottom 4. This one here, this is a cubic, so it tells me that I'm going to be using 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 8, excuse me, that's off the graph, negative 1, 1, and then negative 2, 8, also off the graph. And then just looking at kind of my transformations here, it looks like I'm shifting right 2, and then shifting up 1. So right 2, 1, 2, and then up 1 places me here. Right 2, and then up 1. Right 2, and then up 1. Now, this one is actually off the graph normally, but it ends up here. So we can actually graph this point down here as well. And that gives me kind of a good basics for this cubic function. Remember, it twists this way, comes down. This one here, this is a cubic. It has no horizontal movement. A lot of students get confused without seeing that part there, but it has no horizontal movement. This 2 and this negative, so this actually tells me that it's going to have a vertical stretch of 2 and a reflect across vertical stretch by a factor of 2. And it reflects across the x-axis. And then this minus 1, shift down 1. Alright, so again, my basic, these. So vertical stretch by a factor of 2, so that's going to go, so it's at 1, it's going to go 2 more, 1, 2. Then a reflect across the x-axis. 2, 3, vertical stretch. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then shift down 1. Something seems off here. Let's investigate. All right, sorry about that cut there. I was having a moment when I was thinking about the reflection. You know, which one takes place first, the reflection or by a factor of 2. It doesn't matter. However, knowing that this value is 1, 1 times 2 is 2, so that puts me at that value here, which puts me here. Reflecting across the x-axis puts me down here. Shifting down 1 puts me here. That's where I should have been. Same thing. Vertical stretch by a factor of 2. 0 doesn't get stretched at all. Reflection across the x-axis stays here, and then shifting down 1 puts it here. Now here I have a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. This one's a negative, so it's going to go farther down, so negative 1, negative 2. Reflection across the x-axis actually brings it up here, and then shifting down 1 brings it here. So essentially what happened with this one is we have a value that looks kind of like this. And then it flips around this way. There we go. So with this one, if you think about a cubic function, and if it reflects across the x-axis or reflects across the y-axis, what does that really do? How does that really change the value? Square root function. This one's going to be a shift to the left 1. I swapped the t and the 1. Shift left 1. And then this is a shift down 1. Normally I have these points, put my original in green, these points here, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Shift left 1 and then shift down 1 puts me here. And again, goes like that. There we go. This one, ooh, we got a lot of things going on here. So this is going to be a reflection across the y-axis. Reflection across the y-axis. That's going to be a shift to the right 1. This out here is then a reflection across the x-axis. And then here we shift up 2. So I have these values here. All right, so let's see what happens. Remember, my 8, comma 2 is just off the graph here. My -8, comma -2 is just off the graph here. All right. So first thing, reflect across the y-axis. So that goes, reflect across the y-axis. That goes here. Shift right 1 takes me here. Reflect across the x-axis takes me down here. And then shift up 2 takes me back to here. The origin reflects across the y-axis, doesn't move. Shift right 1 doesn't change. Reflect across the x-axis, doesn't change. And then shift up 2 takes me up here. Then here, reflect across the y-axis, takes me over here. Shift right 1 takes me here. Reflect across the x-axis, takes me here. And shift up 2 takes me here. So it's kind of hard to envision it, but what it did, by reflecting both, is it kind of ended up, this particular graph kind of ended up looking very similar to its original. There we go. And we're actually right here with this point as well. There we go. There's your transformations using the graph, and then using also our transformation of the parent functions that we made earlier. I'll see you in the next video.